and welcome to a very sunny afternoon in September. And today you join me at a place called Linton Zoo. Now I've come out here today to have a look round. I've passed this signs out the front for this place several times and spotted it. I must go there one day, and I got the opportunity today, so I booked a ticket online. The original price was £14, and then they add a £1.50 booking fee onto that, so it came to £15.50, which is not extortionate. And it's a good thing that, because all the money that does come in goes to the conservation of the animals. So this place looks like it was never, I don't think it was really designed as a zoo in the first place. I don't know the history of it, but it was set up as more as a conservation centre, so it was actually working towards rescuing animals, and it's also does a lot of breeding of animals and putting animals back into the wild, which is an absolutely fantastic thing, and I support that all the way. Now, I've had a quick look round because I've never been here before, and I thought I'd just get the lay of the land. So I had a quick look round, and I've got to say that all the animal enclosures, and they are upfront about this, all the animal enclosures are designed for the animals. They're not like where you see elephants walking around on concrete and things like that. They are designed for the animals, so that the animals feel that they're in their natural habitat. That being said, what happens then is when you get to an enclosure, you may not see anything because the animals go and do whatever animals want to do. They go and hide in the bushes and sunbathe and do whatever. And that's a great thing. But it just means that, I'm just trying to say that it's good. Come to these places, support these places, but don't always expect to see everything you want to see. They're wild animals at the end of the day, and you're looking at them in their natural, or as near as possible, their natural habitat. I've been around, I've got some photographs which and some snippets of footage which I can put in. I did that purely because I've never been here before, and I wanted to see how big the place was, how long it was going to take to get around. The suggested timescale is between 1 and 3. I think it's 3 hours or something like that. And I'd say probably about right, because when I came in, and I'm going to show you where I'm standing at the moment, when I came in, the nice lady on the gate said to me, one thing to remember here, she said, don't just do it as one and done. Don't just walk around and then walk out. She said, spend some time, go backwards and forwards, go round a few times. And that is really good advice, because obviously, you go past enclosures and there's nothing there. When you come back an hour later, there may be animals there. So it's worth just going round and having a look and taking your time. It's not a big zoo, but it's enjoyable. Now, accessibility. It's like walking through a little mini sort of foresty type area. You'll see part of that. I did see one person here in a wheelchair. I don't know how they're going to get on. From what I could see, it wasn't fantastically accessible. So if you feel you can get around so you can see most of it, that's fine. But it's not concrete paths. It's like walking through forest paths. A car park, which is basically a big field. I don't really want to turn around. much. Right, there we go. There we go. Over that side, we've got a play area, so a children's play area, which seems to be quite popular. And then just in front of that, we've got the little toilet block and a little area where you can go and sit. It's a picnic area, so one of the rules of the zoo is that there's no food or drink allowed anywhere in the zoo. So you must, if you're going to have food or drink that you bring yourself, you must come out to the picnic area. And again, I can see that the logic behind that, obviously we don't want people feeding the animals or taking anything in that the animals may upset them, or you sitting there eating in front of a tiger and it gets the animal. Over there is the entrance, and that's where you report it when you first come in. And then just to the left of that, behind the skip, some building work done there obviously, is the entrance to the zoo. So we're going to walk over that way. So it's we've got a nice day for it today anyway, so walk across the car park here, and then you go in between the bushes to go in. Entrance gate is just over there, and then just over here is a sign that says way in. And the first thing you meet when you're inside is the little shop. This is also like a cafeteria area. Once you're in, the first section we're going to meet is the big birds. These are macaws. Open each other up with a bit of cream in there. And this section's not so bad. The paths are actually quite, it's like a stone gravel path. The fence is mucking up my focus there. Okay, so we're moving along a little bit. We've got some tortoises here doing what tortoises do in the wild, and that's what this place is all about. Hopefully they'll be successful. So these are quite small. These are these are bigger than the normal sort of household tortoise, because I know I used to have one. Got some tortoises here just enjoying the heat lamps in there. Bit of indoor sunbathing, can't beat that. And empty enclosure. So this is a prime example of what I'm saying. This enclosure here, apparently there are Brazilian guinea pigs in here, and I've been past it a few times now, and as yet I've not actually seen any. I thought I did see something scamper across a little while ago when I was walking over here before, but I haven't. actually seen anything yet. So one of the things they do here is the sort of animal experiences. You can meet and greet some of the smaller animals. I think they just did one at 1 o'clock today. And it's now 10 to 2. So, but they've got this little sheltered area. It's got some speakers fitted up on the corners and bits and pieces here, so that they can do the experiences in here. So you can gather around here and they bring in some of the animals. I believe the experience I saw earlier was they brought in a tortoise. It's a nice little thing. You can book sort of meet and greet the animals thing. When you have a look on the website, you can see what's on there and what's available, times and things like that. Also around the park they do have some of these dinosaur figures. Don't have a lot of them, but they're really good. They're well made, and they also have little things like notices near them that tell you all about them and what they ate and how big they got and things like that. There's a little signboard up here that tells you that zebras are off that way. Tickling my leg. Zebras are off that way, owls are off that way, and some of the big cats. Not all big cats, some smaller ones. So we're still in the area where they're dealing with, this is another macaw. This one's a scarlet macaw. So although the palms are pretty good in some areas, there are obstacles and things make it quite difficult. There's a little picture going on there. What I did find when I was walking around earlier, it's quite a maze of little paths. So you go down a path, on the map it just shows like one path. When you get down there it goes about 3 different ways. So you can, it's worthwhile just wandering around down the little side paths. You don't know what you're going to see or if you're going to see anything at all. And we've got the white-cheeked turico. Here he is. He comes. This brother I met earlier. He comes over to you. If you come down the side of the cage, he obviously doesn't see a lot of people. He actually comes over. He's very friendly. And there's a little chat. Hello. Maybe he's just expecting food. Yeah. Definitely. I missed this one out last time when I came round, so what have we got here? The ground hornbill. Stared out by a hornbill. Right, there are lots of benches around the place, so if you, as I say, it's one of those places where you might come along here and see absolutely nothing in the enclosure. You're looking in the enclosure and nothing there, and then all of a sudden up pops something. So it's worth just taking time, sitting down at a bench and waiting to see what happens. Because you're nice and quiet, the animals come out. If you're making a lot of noise, they go away. I've been joined by two friends now. Another one's come over, and we obviously think it's feeding time or something. And that's the weirdest thing. I've turned my back on them, and they've turned their back on me. Strangest thing. Anyway, so we're just going to carry on working our way round and seeing what we find. There are some really surprising things in this place. So we've just got to another big fork in the path, and if I go that way, it's going to take me to the big cats and owls, and if I go that way, it takes me to a little conservation centre with some small monkeys in there, but they tend to hide. I had a look earlier. But before we go over that way for the big cats, what I am going to do is just pop over here. There's a small pond that has terrapins in there, and then we're going to see if you can spot them before I point them out. So we're looking at this little pond. It's very got a lot of this weed, mossy stuff on it. I think I saw a sign somewhere saying it's duckweed. But it's what they like. It's the way they like it in here, and if you look carefully, you'll see them. So let's start. When I came over earlier, they were all absolutely covered in duckweed, completely, and you couldn't. Although they were actually not in the water, they were virtually invisible. They look like rocks. So there's one sat over there, so he's just there. I'll try not to do the pointy finger too much. I'll just bring you along here. And where my shadow is over there, see it, there it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There, we have to go around. Maybe I'll have to film through the glass. I was trying not to film through the glass because it tends to cause reflection. There's one there. They keep very, very still, and they just look like little rocks on the side of it. So when I came up here before, there was actually nothing in these things. I don't know whether you can see through it. Oh, there it is. There. If I can get my shadow just right, because of the glare. There we are. Hello. It's lunchtime, obviously. So I say, I came around about an hour ago and these cages were all empty. Just soaking up that sunshine.
It's
So hi, so I've come over to the little, they've got a little food stand here, very limited menu, basically a cheeseburger. They've got a nice vegetarian selection, but there's a cheeseburger or there's a hot dog or, I don't think, no, there isn't a hot dog, there's a sausage roll, that's it. But someone in front of me bought a sausage roll and it was tiny. And I've also got an Eccles cake and a coffee mocha, chocolate coffee thing, and that lot came to about £10. So we're going to have a go at we'll have a look at the burger now and see what that's like. So the grand unveil for the burger. I've not seen this yet, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Oh, actually looks quite good. Okay, yeah. So we'll give that a go and I'll let you know. So all done with the burger. I can't say it was the best burger I've ever had. It certainly wasn't the worst. It was nothing special. It filled a hole. That was about it, really. I'm going to have me Eccles cake in a minute, and I'm going to finish my coffee. I'll enjoy my coffee, and then I'll get on with having a walk around. So I've made my way back over to the lion's enclosure, and when I was here earlier, they were laying right here, which was about as far as you can get because of the fencing. But if you look now, they've actually moved further along the path, and they're doing what lions and all big cats and all cats do. They're sleeping. So that's probably about half of the zoo already. As I say, it's not big, but it is enjoyable. It's fun. I've been here 2.5 hours, and so far I've been round once. I've had lunch, and I'm halfway around my second go, which is good. And I'm also taking my time this time because I'm filming and chatting away. Just wanted to take the opportunity to say the lunch here is it's okay. It's nothing special, but it's a very small little cafe. They take the order through like a little window, and then there's benches outside. So if you're going to come here and have a lunch, then just bring something, bring a picnic or something. But you can't bring it in the zoo. As I say, there are lots of benches around. I'm standing just by a bench there. But you can go and sit outside in the car park area where it's nice and grassy, or there's a children's play area or a picnic area. You can go and sit and have your lunch. And it's a good thing to do, is just to come in, go wander around, go and have your lunch, and then come back in and go round again. and you can go round as many times as you like. On the website, when you book tickets, it says you have to book a specific time. I think I booked for 11:30 and I got here about 20 past 11. But once you're in, you can stay as long as you like. If you want to spend the day, you can do. So that's a nice, good thing, because you can come out with the family or whatever and make a day of it, especially when it's like today. The enclosure next to this one has got some wildcats in there, and they're actually Scottish wildcats. I didn't know there was such a thing. When I came round earlier, they were there, and there was, I think I took some pictures and possibly a little bit of film. I'll put those in now.
Wow, the shark talons are extremely strong. They can catch 200 pounds of pressure per square inch. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is...
Oh yeah, so we saw an owl there as well. Here we got a snow leopard, and here we got a snow leopard. It must have been when I came round a couple of hours ago. He was in exactly the same position, hasn't actually moved for at least 2 hours. Just laid out there on that plank, got a lovely little line of sunshine on it, and it's just enjoying that sun, soaking it up. Our snow leopard there is just hidden amongst the little forest in its own little enclosure. Is a triceratops, I think. Was it a triceratops? No, it's not. It's a stegosaurus. So I'm assuming then that somewhere, just over there, there's the triceratops. Just come back near the entrance again. I'm going to go back round in a little while because some of the animals now are just sleeping in the sun. But on the, so I'm assuming the house here, and I won't show the house so much. It's we've got this big lawn, and on the lawn there are these giant tortoise things wandering around, absolutely massive. It's one way of keeping the grass down, isn't it? I mean, coming in there with purpose. Yeah, just one thing I just have to say is that the toilets here are immaculately clean. From what I've seen is that someone goes over there every hour and gives them a clean out and disinfects and wipes them down and cleans them, sweeps them and everything. So they're absolutely brilliant. The toilets are absolutely fantastic, so no problems there. I did mention problems with accessibility earlier. I've been around the site and I've actually spotted a young chap in a wheelchair going round, and he's not had any problems, so as far as I can see. So I think really accessibility wise it's fine, and there are disabled toilets in the toilets as well. So I'm just going to turn this around so you can see. Well, actually I'll take myself around. There we go. So before we came into this area where they do meet and greets with the animals and things, and we went at the signboard there, and we went off that way towards the big cats. So this time we're going to go that way and see what's that way. So the sign says zebras. First thing you meet when you come round, it says zebras. These are absolutely fantastic. So as you walk around, sometimes you find there's a couple of these little things I found, like little hides, and come through the camouflage netting. Inside there's a children's ride. There's a ride in the hide. But looking at the glass here, what we're looking at is the lawn with the giant tortoises on, and then on the wall is all sorts of information about the tortoises, and their names, genders, ages and things like that are up there, and information down there, and more information over there. So they do give a lot of information around the site about the animals. And then just before we go up to the zebras, we've got another angle on the tortoises over there. Absolutely massive. So there definitely is an advantage to coming round a few times, because when the first time I came round, I think I've got some photographs which I can put in. The zebra were right over this side, so they were a lot closer. Because they're just grazing, they've got this huge enclosure, and you can only get round part of it. Yeah, so they're way over the other side at the moment. These guys were down here a few hours ago, and they're still here. I believe they are buzzards. They look very, very young, and I know that I went round the side of the fence earlier and there were some more buzzards in there, and there was big lumps of meat and things in the cage, and they were eating away. Oh, yeah, look, if we look over the back there, not sure you're going to see. Hang on, let me try and... There we go. Some unexpected visitors. There's a couple of rats over there enjoying the meat that's been left in for the buzzards. I'm sure they're not supposed to be there, but what the hey, they're having free lunch. Oh, there's another one. 4 rats. 3 rats. Okay, so we've got these little guys down here. I came around here earlier, and this is the kangaroos, and there were none about because they were all down the far end. You could just see them sticking out the corner of the bushes. There we go. But this time they're all down by the front enclosure. Well, a few of them are. But obviously they like their privacy, so they've all gone down the other end. And that over there is a wallaby. Well, we're going to carry on walking around and see what else we can find. So this is what I was talking about earlier, cuddles for conservation. Take home a little kangaroo and joey of your own. All profits from the gift shop help support our work. So if you buy one of the cuddly toys in the gift shop, all the money that comes from that, all the profits come from that, go towards helping the conservation work that they do at the zoo. It's just so quiet here. It's so nice. When I first came here about 11:30 this morning, and it was very quiet. During the afternoon it got very, very busy. Around lunchtime, just after lunchtime, I think a lot of people came in for the, there was a 1 o'clock animal experience. and they all seem to have been round and filtered off now. There's only a few people wandering around. Yeah, they all seem to have filtered out about just after about sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's now 25 to 4, closes at 4 o'clock anyway. So most people seem to have vanished. There are still some people around, but I can't hear them so much. So I suppose, oh actually we're back over with the Scottish wildcats. I just wanted to, couldn't see them the last time. Oh, there's one, look. They just look like ordinary household cats. They're from the Scottish Highlands and they like dense cover such as woodland, and they eat small animals. It's obviously a big event. The tiger's moving, walking around.
How did you bring the packet of mint?
Lioness has moved over to the fence. So that really is the end of the day. I think it's well, that's been a very pleasant day, and I suppose the question is, would I come back again? And the answer is yes, I would. I think it's a nice little visit. It could be done in a couple of hours, but I think the longer you stay here, the more you see. Yeah, so it's definitely worth booking yourself in at a reasonable sort of morning time, bringing some lunch, and just enjoying the day. Do you know what? I think I might even have another coffee before I go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your time with me looking around Linton Zoo in Cambridgeshire. Not far from Duxford, the Imperial War Museum. I would have gone there today, but this weekend is the Battle of Britain air show, so it's going to be really busy there this weekend. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your day with me here. So until the next video, I'll see you around. Thanks a lot. Bye for now. Bye.